Hello and welcome to this special video. I have received some questions about the development process of my VR game and I am here to answer them. My game is Escape from Bank Robbery Gone Wrong. It is available on MetaQuest Apple app and it was just approved this month for the MetaRift store. Let's get started. So the first question is what inspired me to create a virtual reality game. So I've been interested in games, both playing and creating them for a long time. I created my first extremely simple PC game when I was 12 and now I'm focusing on virtual reality because I believe in VR as a technology. Even though at the moment virtual reality is still in its early stages, the immersion is so much greater than a desktop or a console game that it's just worth it. When I first tried the VR headset, I was blown away by the sense of presence it gave me, and I knew that I wanted to be a part of the VR industry. So, how much time did I need to create the game? Before the first submission for the Quest Apple App Store, I had been working on the game for around 6 months. In that time, I had some weeks where I was working on the game for 5 days of the week, and some weeks where only a single day was allocated for game development. I learned a lot in that time and I can see that when I'm working on the updates of my game. For example, the 2 bonus rooms were developed a lot faster than the rooms from the main experience, and the last bonus room, Geek Heaven, in my opinion, offers the best experience and shows how much my skills have improved. What challenges I had developing a VR game compared to a non-VR game, and how I was able to solve them. So, one of the biggest challenges of VR development is finding out what actually works in virtual reality, and of course what doesn't. Some mechanics are perfect for a desktop game when the player is using a mouse and a keyboard, but in VR the interactions are completely different. What might look cool in a PC game might not work at all in virtual reality. How to make the experience feel real, to provide presence, and at the same time to not cause discomfort or motion sickness is a delicate balance, and this was the hardest part. As I mentioned, my game is published at the moment on the Quest store, and one of the questions is what was my experience working with Meta, Facebook, and what is the process of actually publishing a game there. So, from one side, Meta have created their devices suitable for indie developers. Anyone can submit a game in the Apple Quest Store. It is possible to sideload games and applications that are not approved on any of the Meta stores. This inclusion of indie content is great, but on the other side, however, as an indie developer, Meta takes little to no interest interacting with you. I have waited around a month for Meta to approve my game on the Quest Apple App Store, which is actually pretty reasonable because they have to go through the whole game, see if it works and if it's suitable for the devices, how it works and so on. So a month is a good time, and of course they get many applications. However, I have submitted my game to the Rift Store on 6th of September 2021. And it was approved this December, so 1 year and 2 months later. Other smaller submissions, for example changes in your description in the store or your trailer or some of the images, also require Meta's permission, and sometimes you might get your change accepted in a few days, sometimes it takes weeks or even more. So overall, from one side, you have the freedom to publish on their devices and that's great, but from other side, don't expect them to react and fix any of the problems, and they even might cause some for you. Also, Meta made a mistake regarding my game, but I'm hoping that they are going to fix it, so I'm not going to disclose this mistake at the moment. Do I have any future virtual reality projects? Am I working on something else? So my plan is to make some more content for my current game and hopefully publish it on a few other platforms in the next month. After that, I plan to develop a second VR escape room game, and with everything that I have learned from the first game, I am sure that I'll be able in less time to create a better experience with much more riddles and interactable puzzles, so stay tuned. And do you have any advices for other developers that are looking in VR? Well, at the moment VR is relatively new, so there are many things that you can learn and you can see, and just so much that you can explore because it's really a small market right now. But my advice is play some games, start small, focus on creating a simple experience, then continue expanding it. Do not be afraid to start over if something fails, because the second and the third time you're not going to start from scratch, you're going to start from experience. Also, don't be afraid to ask for help or seek out resources online. There are many communities and forums for VR developers that can provide valuable support and guidance, and actually this was really great for me as well, because when I was developing my game at the start, I was able to communicate with other indie developers and be able to exchange ideas was something that really helped me. So I highly recommend SideQuest and the Discord and forums that they have, because there you're going to find a lot of information about what you need. So thank you for watching. If you have not yet, you can check out my game. There are links in the comments. If you have any more questions or you would like to know more about my VR development journey, feel free to follow the channel, write a comment or join the Discord. I hope this video has given you some insights into the world of VR development and has inspired you to either start developing your own VR project or try VR for the first time if you still have not.